I definitely, like, looking at, I got my comparison photos from the amateur Olympia. It's not looking good. Like, I think my prep was...
That's just the standard, isn't it?
I think I definitely wish I came in a lot leaner in every single one of my shows, like a good 10-15% leaner. But this is the leanest I had to get. Like, what I didn't realise is that toned figure condition is a lot softer than bikini condition, specifically because I hold so much fat in my lower body that it was just... we just didn't realise. But this is why we did this season, to kind of go, right, what is it that we need? I definitely came in quite soft for my first show, which was Northeast, I think a week after your show. And then I had the 10 days of hell, this exact same time as Reese, where we literally just said, right, I was like, I'm not showing up like that again, this needs to be better. So I literally just did 70 minutes of cardio a day, very minimal carbs, not no carbs, just vibes like Reese on a rest day, but very, very minimal carbs, 20k steps, weighted vest. It was really tough, but I found it tough physically, but mentally I was like, I need to do it.
Yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to see more of the podcast.
I'm absolutely fine, I need to do it. And then from that point, I felt pretty good about myself going into the amateur Olympia show, and then I stood next to these girls and I was like, oh my god, I look like I'm in an off season.
I don't think that's even a condition thing though, it's just muscle.
I said the same.
I'd say it's condition and muscle though.
No, I think
muscle brings condition.
I think this is one thing, Sania. I think you do. I've said this to you. I said that to Tom, like when the second you got off, and the one thing you keep saying is condition this, condition that.
Yeah, you could pull off another 10 pounds and you'd still look like you just need more muscle.
Yeah, it is muscle. Like condition can always be.
I'm glad I did it though, because it's put me into perspective, and it's in a way humbled me as well.
The standard there was a joke. Like the bikini girls, like I said, I was backstage, and I'm not joking. Every 10th girl that I saw, I was like, she looks like a pro. Like every 10th girl that walked by me had striated delts. I guarantee
you they'll get pro cards.
And like lines in their glutes, and I was like, sick. Like it was ridiculous. Like there wasn't like when you look at you from the front, I was like awesome, but then like you're so young in other areas, we just needed more muscle.
Yeah, my front, I feel like it's definitely more muscle on the lower. I've literally only trained my glutes for like a whole entire year. Like it's really not long.
Shows though, done it, like the difference that body fat plays and how much you can hold. Like it's the same with anybody. Like you pull off a lot of body fat and you go, oh actually I don't have a good X body part, I'm just fat. Like it's true. Like my glutes were mint in off season. And they're average. Like,
I thought I'd have pretty decent glutes with how big my bum gets.
Yeah, but it's just where you hold fat.
Yeah, like it's
the same with loads of people.
Fat. But it excites me because I know that what I need to get in order to even get top 5. Like I went on the stage, I did my individual routine. As soon as I turned around, so they were looking at me, front pose, cool. They were looking at me, having a little chat between themselves. As soon as I turned back from my rear pose,
thank you, Sania Kelly.
Thank you, please leave. And I was like, and they weren't even looking at me. And it was like, and then I was right at the very side of the stage.
Nice coach there.
I came 7th, which everyone was like, oh, that's really good, but what they don't know is out of 7.
Was it?
Yeah.
But the 6 of the girls.
The 6 girls were going for pro cards.
Yeah,
like,
they were wicked.
It was the high. I would personally say it was, out of all of the open classes, probably one of the highest standard classes. You look at the category D, which I was meant to be in. The standard of that was very mediocre.
Why?
And there was because I was a centimetre taller than the cutoff. So even though I was in that for my regional, I wasn't in that for the amateur Olympia because I think there was so many in category D. They were like, right, push you up. But like Reese said to me backstage, like the one thing that I said, I was like, as long as I don't get dead last. So I was a bit gutted when they were like top 5, and I was like, you know, I said to Reese, I was like, I don't think I need to be here, but the guy kept ushering me backstage, and I was like, oh.
Do you want to talk about the preparation for like the actual show day, like in the sense of the show day itself, because it was horrendously ran, wasn't it?
Oh my god, I don't want to chat shit about the Federation because I would absolutely love to compete with them again. You never know, someone might listen to this.
No,
but
just be honest.
Someone might listen to this. We get a lot of listeners, thank you.
It was just a ball ache, wasn't it? It was just a long day.
Make sure you like and subscribe buttons bottom right, guys.
It was just awful.
Tam was a mess. The registration was like 2
yeah,
hours.
Oh my god! So
it was slow as anything, inefficient.
Would you like to explain it?
It's just awful.
He's asking me.
It's awful.
It was like registration usually for most you're in, you check in, you get your badge,
you're
you
in.
leave.
Yeah.
Once you're in, you're in. However, I was number 701, and that's
Jesus.
the first day.
Lucky number that as well for you, isn't it?
I'm really lucky. Came 7th as well.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it took me, I was in the queue for 2.5 hours to actually just say, yes, I'm here, here's your paper.
What, stood up for that long?
Stood up for that long. I was absolutely dying. My lower back was in so much pain. Then it took another 10 minutes to just get my height checked.
It's a good job you didn't go when you was feeling that ill.
Oh
I was
my
on the
God.
sofa dying. I was
I
literally
said to
lying
him,
in
I was
my
like,
own puddle of sweat.
don't worry, but I didn't even realise it would take that long. So
That is bad.
fucking
It shouldn't
hell,
take that long.
It was so rough.
Even like half an hour being stood up at that point, like just before a show, it's like not what you want.
Well, it gets worse. I get my badge, I get everything, and then because I booked tan with them, for some reason over there, they don't do things online. So you had to go there and book your tan time. They literally just go, oh, what category you go bikini? They go 3 o'clock. When they could literally say, or email, all bikini competitors at 3 o'clock, this, and this. Or they could just send out a massive email, right? I waited another 1.5 hours in the tan line just to get my tan time. That was 4 hours. Then I couldn't get a taxi home. I had to find someone. This was the day before the show. I was on my feet for 4 hours. I was stressed. I was tired.
Was everyone else in the same boat then?
Everyone. Yeah, absolutely.
So it wasn't like people had slots and then you went to go. It was just literally everybody had to stand up and wait.
Yeah, everyone had to stand up and wait. But the only thing is I was also on my own. So it was just so draining.
Yeah, you sort of almost picture a really nice, exciting weekend and it ends up being like that.
Yeah,
so.
and then, oh my God, on the day you get your tan. They just do they don't do base tan, they just do 2 coats, which that whole tanning process was slow as well. I waited 1 hour and 10 minutes. I got there early, bear in mind as well, before my tan time. I waited 1 hour and 10 minutes to actually get my tan. Not to mention, when you get your tan there was kids running around. I think kids of the people who were tanning. So there was 2 little boys running around looking at Fanny's boobs.
When you subscribe, guys, if you can, make sure to hit the notification bell. That'd be fantastic, just so you're fully notified whenever we upload a video.
Boobs and butts, because all of us
Lucky
girls were
lads.
just like this.
Yeah. What a childhood. Wish mine was
What the
like
fuck? No, but
Mine was
seriously,
cocks.
what the hell? But then there was also men up there. There was men up there. There was people videoing.
Really?
Like, it was so. Obviously most people don't care because they don't care. Yeah, stepping on stage. But personally, for me, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the only male I want to see me full blown naked is Reese. Yeah.
With my dad.
Sure about that.
Reese and my dad.
Just quickly move on.
My dad.
So it was just very, and they just allowed it. But the whole process of it is
weird,
elongated. Like, and with PCA, you're in the hut for what, 5 seconds to get a tan. For 1 coat, it took this lady 25 minutes. I had to dry and then get another coat.
Oh
It was just
You'd
so
think for
long.
an amateur Olympia and a show that busy, you'd think
the
they'd be a
show
lot
day
more
itself,
efficient.
like, I was having to run up multiple times and be like, who's on, when, what, luckily, like, I can just chat. And I was just chatting.
I don't know how you got backstage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just-
Yeah, literally. I just snuck around and I was like chatting to them and I was like, so how many are in the class? And I was like having to do everything, not for you, but like there was no communication. It wasn't like, so there was.
That was what was good at FitX, is it? Like they'd tell you exactly how long you were going to be on,
Yeah.
or how long until you were on, how many were on the class now. Like it was.
And it was literally just
It's
a
like
game.
open class E, please go. Like, and we were like, fucking hell, like,
Yeah, like,
didn't even have time to
straight away.
pump.
Yeah.
And then what they don't tell you is that, oh, by the way, you just need to go backstage. You're not going to be on for 20 minutes. I thought Reese hadn't had enough time to pump, so I was stressing out because they said, everyone backstage, open class E.
Yeah.
They were proper telling you about it. And then I was like, Reese, I'm not actually going to be on for like another 25 minutes with sound. But the initial thought process was, fuck.
Yeah. You were there backstage the whole time. That's cool.
It was nice because I would have felt. I don't think I would have dealt with it as well if Reese wasn't there, because I was just very much questions. That obviously that was in total my 6th show total, so I was still pretty new to it.
Seasoned. I've only done one.
I'm not seasoned.